as far back as the early 19th century have told us that boys are made of snips and snails and puppy dog tails, while girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice.
They never met that girl Danielle I grew up with. And if we went by that cliche, you'd think it would be easier. That little girls must be easier to raise than boys. But guess what?
Yeah. A recent Gallup poll, Americans voted that 2-1 that boys are easier to raise than girls.
That surprised me.
That surprised me too.
Because I feel like that may have changed.
Yes.
Because I feel like that I've heard growing up people say that girls are easier.
Yes.
But this is my thing. Is this just all about the fact that young women can get pregnant?
I think so, and I think that maybe we're taking that more seriously now.
Well, that's a nice idea. I like that.
Yeah, but for me, my mother always told this story. When I was born, she had 2 boys who were 9 and 11 years older than me, and that was the time when they didn't tell you what the sex of the child was, and the doctor was like, "What do you want?" She's like, "Please, don't let it be another boy. Don't let it be another boy."
Well, she was outnumbered.
Yes, she was.
I do feel bad about those households.
Yes.
Where it's like there's a dad but all women, or a mom and all boys. And
Yeah.
you're like, that's why you see those like 6, 7 children. Like you just hoping to get some backup.
Just trying to get that one.
Trying to build a crew.
Girl,
You're just
trying to
build
get
a
that
crew.
boy.
Just trying to build a crew.
Yes. Well, while many a parent can tell you that raising a child is full of challenges, we thought we'd have our neighbors weigh in. Take a look.
Definitely harder to raise girls. I work with kids, and girls are just much more difficult. It's difficult to like teach them how to like, not just like guys, you have to teach them how to behave in public and not be like rascals, but girls, you have to teach them how to be like nicer to people than guys are. Girls are just catty, you know.
I think it would be harder to raise a girl because they ask for more attention.
I have a 13-year-old and I have a 10-year-old, and I think so far that it's just different. They're both challenging in their own way.
I feel like it's harder to raise boys because like sometimes they like wrestle or like get along like tougher, but then again it's like also really hard to raise girls because like they like makeup and they all like want to like share their clothes and stuff.
We should raise boys and girls the same way.
Yes! That's the point. You know, my mother used to be crazy because my brothers used to jump off the garage.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, but then I used to climb the garage. That's one of my favorite things to do, was climb up in the garage and hang out. I now realize as an adult that I was hanging out like an inch away from major electric wires.
Yes.
As an adult, when I went back to that, I was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
What I was doing was crazy wrong. But the idea that like little girls, like I'm glad that we're sort of moving away from that, even though I think there probably are some differences.
Yes. Well, on the phone is Dr. Leonard Sachs, author of the books Why Gender Matters, Boys Adrift, and Girls on the Edge. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Sachs.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now, Dr. Sachs, just off the top of your head, who would you say which gender is harder to raise, girls or boys?
Yes.
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 Perfect.
They're both challenging, but they're challenging in very different ways. So, tell you about a family from my own practice. Parents in this case actually were more concerned about their son. He's goofing off. He's not working hard. He's doing poorly in school. His favorite free time activity is playing video games and looking at pictures of girls. He's a teenager. And the parents are pulling their hair out, saying, you know, he's in training to be a bum. They're very proud of their daughter, who's earning, straight A's, has lots of friends, doing all these activities. But when I met with the daughter, she shared with me that she has trouble getting to sleep. She has trouble staying asleep. She's secretly cutting herself with razor blades on her upper inner thigh. She's anxious. She is borderline depressed. Both these kids have major problems, but they have different problems.
In different ways.
Need to understand the differences.
Yeah.
It seems like I don't know if it's natural or if it's what we're taught, but that girls internalize a lot.
Well, sure. That's a classic teaching. It's less true now than it was 20 years ago.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Sachs. Thank you for that very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Me Time with Frangela.